We've got one more presenter, and that's Francis Oyung, Program Director at Rogue Riverkeeper. Francis, welcome.
Thank you, Jeff. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
All right. Yes, I'm Francis Oyung. I'm the Program Director at Rogue Riverkeeper. Thanks for the opportunity to talk today, and thanks everyone for being involved, because as you can tell, this is a really important topic, something that's going to matter not only to us, but future generations. So appreciate everyone being engaged on this. In case you didn't know, Rogue Riverkeeper is a nonprofit advocacy organization, and we work to protect clean water, native fish, and healthy communities in the Rogue Basin through advocacy, accountability, and community engagement. And we're a part of a worldwide organization called the International Waterkeeper Alliance, which is made up of over 300 waterkeepers around the world. Did want to acknowledge that the Rogue Valley was originally inhabited by the Shasta, Tequilma, and the Rogue River Athabascan people. And appropriately, Tequilma means those along the river. Just to get you oriented if you're not clear, and I think you can see my pointer. Here's Crater Lake. This is the entire Rogue Basin, that bowl-shaped land, that surface on the earth that collects water, and it all empties out at Gold Beach right over here. And just want to let you know that even though most of it is undeveloped, there is impacts from various things, but around 4% of the Rogue Basin is agricultural usage, 4% urbanized, and those have a great impact on water quality in our basin. So here's this is Grants Pass, there's Medford Central Point, there's Ashland, just to orient you further. So these impervious surfaces in developed areas have a big impact on waterways. And this is also, the people who live here also rely on municipal wastewater treatment. So centralized water treatment both for their drinking and for their wastewater treatment. So Rogue Riverkeeper focuses a lot on protecting water quality, and water quality is a very convoluted situation that happens in natural water bodies. Lots of different things can happen. Some things that we don't even think of as pollution, such as the rays from the sun, which can heat up a stream. Well, actually, when you're talking about an aquatic ecosystem, that's a problem, and that's actually a damaging impact when you get too much of it. So increased temperature, changes in the way that the water interacts with the land, which is the altered hydrology, changes in the aquatic habitat and the riparian habitat, those stream-side treed areas. Those are important part of the protecting the water quality and the habitats, both streamside and in the aquatic habitat, and protecting the water quality. Those riparian areas are important. And there's lots of different things that can end up in our waterways. Bacteria, nutrients, all kinds of pollutants. Some of them are from our regular day-to-day life. Driving creates so many pollutants that end up on the roads, that end up washing into the waterways. And that's a big impact. A lot of our regular activities can be very polluting, and that's something that we need to be aware of and take changes to address. Increased sediment, reduction in stream flow. So when you change the flow, whether it's from a drought or withdrawals for whatever usage, that's going to have an impact. And lots of different human activities, is listed on the left there, are a part of having an impact on the water quality in our watershed. Okay. Oh, here we go. And of course, climate change and drought is going to make it all that much worse. So just let you know that Rogue Riverkeeper also has a water quality monitoring program. You can check us out on our website. We have information, an annual report card. We work with other entities to let people know about the water quality of various locations on our website that we use with Waterkeeper Alliance called Swim Guide. So you can find that on our website, Swim Guide. So part of the issue is that so many of us are working on water, and there are a lot of jurisdictions that take care of different parts. So when we were submitted some early questions, it kind of covered the whole gamut. And part of the challenge is not only how we, the different entities work together and manage and regulate the water resources, but also how they can communicate and integrate with each other, because you can see all these different agencies. Well, there's going to be overlap, and the water that's flowing through one usage is going to another usage, because all the water is getting used really multiple times, whether it's hitting, falling on the ground and running off, getting into the stream and being used for irrigation or for municipal uses or for habitat or ecological benefit. So all these different agencies can be very confusing. And I just encourage people to try and focus on the big picture. What do we as a region, as a culture, as a community, how do we want to use these valuable resources? It can be so confusing that the state itself has to, and let's see, are you seeing a document or no? No?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. So there's lots of different things. The state of Oregon actually had to map out the water agencies. And here's a whole bunch of acronyms just to really confuse you. And this is a 52-page document that covers everything from water rights to who's collecting data and how they are responding to floods. So anyways, you get what I'm talking about there. Oh, let's see. I'm going to go back. Okay. Do you see my slide again? Okay. All right. So one of the things I just wanted to stress that's a great, helpful tool is something called the Integrated Water Resources Strategy. And the Oregon Department of Water Resources developed this for the first time in 2012. And they're actually mandated every 5 years to review this and make this an up-to-date study. It's a living document. And my contact on the Water Resources Commission, Julie Smitherman, says they are going to be updating that coming up. So I just encourage people to check out. This is a really hefty document, but one of the nice things about the Integrated Water Resources Strategy is it takes a very holistic look at how water is used in the state and what the different overarching processes and systems, how they can interact, and where are we missing information, where can we do actual work to help improve how we use those resources. Nothing new in terms of the state of water, but I just encourage people to think about how do we as a community and culture want to use our water and regulate and enforce upon it.
Great.
And that's about it.